going on, Patriots? So, some interesting news coming out of the Biden White House. Apparently, they were caught trying to pre-screen questions at the White House press briefing. Think about this, guys. The Biden administration wanted reporters not to come up with impromptu questions, not to come up with something that maybe everyone wants the answer to but doesn't know. They wanted to know what they were beforehand so that this sort of show woke administration could seem prepared. Rather than a circle back girl, the press secretary, going to circle back on those things. Anything that would be remotely interesting, remotely difficult to answer, though important, she's just going to circle back. What I'd like to know is how many of those things did she actually circle back on? I'm going to guess 0. I'm going to go out on a limb here and say 0, and I'm going to go out on a limb even further and say, I bet you no one from the press corps even bothered to follow up. They asked the question because they felt maybe obligated to do something like reporting, to do a little bit of that journalism. But who wants to bet that none of them even followed back up? And who wants to bet further that there's no way that Jen Psaki came back to them with a response? She's just going to circle back. That means we're going to move on from that question and never go back to it. It appears to me as though the Biden administration is taking transparency about as seriously as they are unity. With all of their attacks on blue-collar workers, on American jobs, basically doing China's bidding, whether on purpose or by default, by crushing the American worker, American energy independence, looking at getting us back into new wars, it seems, with some of the movements that we've seen. So, I don't think they're taking transparency all that seriously. They're taking it about as seriously as they are unity. And that should scare all of us. Now, imagine for 1 second, just one, that this was Kayleigh McEnany. If this was a couple of weeks ago, and that was Kayleigh, and they asked the tough questions, and she didn't have an immediate answer, they'd say she is grossly unprepared for the job. She's totally out of her league. With this, no, that's great. Oh, yeah, circle back to us. That's wonderful. That's wonderful. We look forward to never hearing from you again. That's exactly what's going on right now. It should scare all of us. We should all be asking these questions, and we should all be holding the media accountable to make sure that they actually do their jobs for a change. I'm not going to hold my breath because we've seen what's going on for far too long, but that's what we should be doing. Hold them accountable. Make sure we're actually hearing the answer to the circle back girls questions.